1050 WHN and Sheila York with the last morning show. 19 after 7, 7:19 with Barbara Mandrell. Do you know where your lady is? Do you think? Your favorite country songs, 97.1 FM, starting tomorrow. Tomorrow, your favorite country songs are on Country 97 FM.
Well, you can call up the sheriff and the highway patrol, 'cause there's a fool on the road careening out of control.
1050 WHN doing a little hard living. Want to play that for the guys from the 6-6 precinct in Brooklyn who have been loyal, faithful, devoted listeners over these last years with WHN. And they called up to say, happy trails to you. And we want to say happy streets, avenues, and potholes to you too, guys. And thanks for, hanging in there and being with us. 66 Precinct in Brooklyn. We appreciate it. 25 after 7, 7:25 with Sheila York and the last morning show. That was Keith Whitley doing a little hard living. This is Sheila York. We are both celebrating our birthday today. Keith Whitley and I share July 1st as a birthday. My husband and I celebrated my birthday last night. I have a very unusual relationship. He gave me a bottle of champagne, a box of Godiva chocolates, and the official Sporting News baseball rules book.
When fixing up your household seems just too much for you. Friend.
Well, as long as we're doing the last morning show at WHN, I'm going to play some of the songs I just love. I love this song from the Statlers.
She was called the Scarlet Woman.
A fugitive captured in Brooklyn this morning. It's 73 degrees and partly cloudy at 7:30. Good morning, I'm Janet Rose. A man who was wanted in connection with 6 murders in New Jersey and who was described by Maryland officials as the Cuban terrorist was caught by New York police this morning, apparently cornered in a Brooklyn alleyway when his gun jammed. The suspect is identified as 27-year-old Temple Carl Bravo of Clinton, New Jersey, and he's been the object of a nationwide hunt. Well, there's good news for New Jersey residents wondering what to do with the trash this morning. I'll have that story in a minute. WHN News Time, 7:31.
You're driving in from the Hamptons behind the wheel of a Chrysler Fifth Avenue. You're with the dealer.
Checking WHN traffic south on the Bruckner, an accident blocking the right lane as you head for the drawbridge. And if that's not enough, there's a broken down truck in the center lane near 138th Street. In Jersey, if you're headed for the northbound western spur of the turnpike, turn away. Go for the eastern spur. Northbound on the western spur at interchange 15W, a car is on fire. Fast trains running with 15-minute delays in both directions between Hoboken and 33rd and Hoboken and Journal Square. Out on the island, the northern state's still messy near Lakeville Road, but it is clearing up. They cleared away the accident. Rockland County commuter south on the New York Thruway, a 2-mile back up to the Tappan Zee Bridge. 20 minutes at the Holland and Lincoln tunnels. Minor delays at the George Washington Bridge. Alternate side of the street parking rules are in effect today, and that's WHN traffic coming up on 7:33. The last word is talks to avert a threatened garbage haulers strike are still going on in a West Patterson, New Jersey hotel room this morning. Both sides are reportedly making progress and the trash will be collected. There is no strike at the moment. Good news for residents, certainly, of 200 communities who would have been affected in northern and central New Jersey. New York's municipal labor contracts have also officially expired. Negotiations are underway, but little or no progress reported. No one, however, is talking strike just yet. Some hostages we thought were in Lebanon, we understand now may actually be in Iran. A British TV report is claiming that Church of England envoy Terry Waite and American hostages Terry Anderson and Thomas Sutherland have been moved from Beirut to Iran. The report says the 3 men are probably in the holy city of Qom. That is where the Ayatollah Khomeini resides. It's a big day ahead for Oliver North. He'll be questioned privately about what, if any, role President Reagan had in the Iran-Contra affair and the extent of the president's awareness about the diversion of funds to the Contras. In this WHN Consumer Watch this coming weekend is, of course, the big one for car rentals. Well, here's some news you might want to take along with you. According to a survey taken by Americans for Democratic Action, many car rental companies do not tell you information that could save you a lot of money. For example, the survey found some companies falsely advertise holiday specials. When push came to shove, they found that there were really no specials at all. 2 firms called a 5-cent savings over 3 days a special. We're talking 5 pennies. 8 others charged the same rate as usual or a higher price per day. They also found that you may be encouraged to buy extra collision insurance when it's possible that your own personal insurance would cover you sufficiently. The bottom line, however, according to the survey, is that you, the consumer, Has to shop around and ask the right questions if you don't want to pay too much. In sports, the Yankees shut out the Toronto Blue Jays to gain some more ground on them in the American League East. The final score, 4-0. The Yanks now top the division by 2 full games. Well, the Mets were winners, too. Here's Gary Thorne with our Mets Morning Line.
Good morning, everybody. Gary Thorne with our Mets Morning Line show. The New York Mets beat the Cardinals 3-2. Another great ball game between these two classy clubs. It went right down to the 9th inning before the New York Mets could win it. Dwight Gooden got the victory. We'll come back and tell you about it right after this.
Toto and Wayne, it's all right.
Gooden went 9 innings last night, giving up just 2 runs on 8 hits, walking 2 and striking out 8 to pick up the victory. He is 5-1. The left-hander Greg Matthews, an excellent 8+ innings, 3 runs on 6 hits, left the ball game in the 9th inning when the New York Mets would win it. But the New York Mets had a tough time against him. The Cardinals got a 2-0 lead going late into the ball game. They did it on a double play ball in the 3rd to score 1 run and a sacrifice fly by Jack Clark in the 6th to get their 2nd run. The Mets would not get on the board until the 7th inning with 2 down. Lee Mazzilli delivered a single, Howard Johnson a double. That was the only extra base hit in the ball game. Rafael Santana would tie it up. Let's have the tying runs on. Here's the 0-2 delivery. Swung on, ground ball, base hit, left field. That'll score Mazzilli. Howard Johnson makes the turn up for the ball 4. The throw to the plate, cut off. It's tied 2-2. Santana with a 2-out, 2 RBI single. Mets would win it in the 9th inning. Gary Carter, he drew the leadoff walk. Deister replaced him as a runner. A sacrifice by McReynolds, the intentional pass to Mazzilli, and Howard Johnson against the left-hander Ricky Horton delivered a sharp single down the third base line, and that won it as the Mets were out hit 8-7, but they won the ball game 3-2. Now the rubber match of the series, Joe McGrain, a left-hander, 5-1 against lefty Sid Fernandez, 9-4 tonight. And the New York Mets could cut that lead of the St. Louis Cardinals back down to 5.5 games if they can win it. We'll be on at 7:15 with our pregame from Shea tonight. That's our Mets Morning Line, and this is Gary Thorne on Sports Radio 1050 WHN.
I mean, was your blood pressure up for that one or what?
Yeah.
Sheila was freaking out here.
Rafael Santana is Mr. Excitement now.
You're obsessed, I can tell.
Well, and he does have the best smile on the Mets. You know, every year
that's a good reason.
we take a vote. You know, we take votes on, you know, best smile, best hair, best teeth,
Best mustache that was shaved off.
ugliest Met. We won't.
We
tell
don't
you
want to
who
know.
wins that every year.
The satellite weather for the tri-state area, including Coney Island, Dobbs Ferry, and Lyndhurst, getting warm. I'm telling you, certainly in this studio, a mix of sun and clouds today. Warm and humid. In fact, outside, too, there's a chance of some showers also this afternoon. Our high should reach around 85. Cloudy tonight, low around 70. Again, a chance of showers tomorrow. A mix of sun and clouds. What else? A chance of showers, of course, and a high of 85. In Central Park, 73 degrees and partly cloudy. With the information you need at 7:38, I'm Janet Rose.
1050 WHN with Willie Nelson and Sheila York in the last morning show at WHN. It's 17.
It's not the last. I mean, it's the last WHN morning show.
That's what I said.
I
wasn't
feel
it?
like
Didn't I
when
say
we
that?
walk
I
out
said the
of
last
here-
morning show on WHN.
I don't know, just the way she says it. I feel like when we walk out of here, like that's it, like our hearts will stop beating. I don't know.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
But isn't it true the way she says that? I don't know.
The
Maybe
last morning
Don't say
show.
that. You gotta think positive. Open, you know, like you said before, Sheila, one door closes, another door opens.
Did I say that?
Just don't get your thumb caught between them, that's all.
Oh, that is so bad.
Dan Taylor is already here. I mean, noon to 3. He's going to be doing noon to 3. He's already here. I mean, he's wearing his pinstripe suit.
Yeah.
I got to ask, Dan, this is something I've always wanted to ask you, and now in public, I can ask you, do you have any social life? I mean, you are always
Oh,
here.
mean.
Are we in delay or are we on live here?
Sheila, you know, we'll have to talk after we get off the air.
Well,
the stories I could tell about Dan's social life.
Look, it's the last day, Sheila. I mean, don't believe anything she says. It's not true. Just believe the shadow traffic. That's the only truthful thing that comes out of this lady's mouth right now.
When I first came here, you know, they talked about, I mean, Dan, I tell you, it was a brunette one night, it was a redhead, and then there was the blonde.
Insert foot. Here we go.
The running story was that they had not yet developed a Polaroid fast enough to catch Dan Taylor between dates. But lately, he's always here, and I was wondering if he had, but I guess he does. He does have some. Doesn't he have some? So we'll talk later.
I have a
Judy.
question.
yeah,
I have a
we'll
question.
talk
Can I
off-
change the subject for a second before the shadow traffic becomes too old and this is old news and she's going to have to run and get a new report? But I just want to say, I hope you listen this afternoon to New and 3, Judy, because we worked together for, on and off for about 3 or 4 years in the afternoon. And I went through some old tapes, and I found some really funny stories that I forgot about. So it's like memory lane for me, too.
Oh, are we going to do the computer-enhanced Judy Heron traffic report?
I wish we could. I can't find that tape. Judy lost the tape. This was an April Fool's joke for those of you listening right now. It was an April Fool's joke we did on Judy Heron one year.
Funniest thing I've ever heard.
And I can't find the tape, wherever it is. I know I gave a copy to Judy, but she can't find it. And I looked through all my archives of tapes, which I never label. I just have a giant shoebox, the world's biggest shoebox at home full of tapes, and I can't find it. But it's the funniest thing I ever did on the radio, I think.
It was wonderful.
It was wild. That's a good way to put it.
What's going on the roads?
Speaking of wild, northbound Western Spur, pretty busy as you get near interchange 15W. There's a car on fire there. Not a laughing matter. You're better off on the Eastern Spur. Northern State Parkway still a little messy near Lakeville Road. Earlier problems to blame for that. Southbound New York Thruway backed up for 2 miles into the Tappan Zee Bridge. Through the city, north on the BQE, very bad between Flushing Avenue and Metropolitan Avenue. The right lane is closed as they try to clear up an accident. 20-minute backup at the Holland and Lincoln Tunnels, 10 at the George Washington Bridge. Alternate side of the street parking rules are in effect today, and that's WHN traffic at 7:45.
I certainly am glad that we got Dan Taylor's social life settled. Satellite weather for the tri-state area. Warm, humid today, an afternoon shower. High's going to be 85. Tonight's low 70. We'll probably keep the rain. 75 in Central Park with Linda Ronstadt, Amy Lou Harris, and Dolly Parton. They finally got together after only a decade. The trio at WHN. 1050 WHN, Bushwick, we got your music. Hear the Oaks. You're doing all right.
I dreamed I was dying. The best that you could do.
1050 WHN with the Oaks. One of the changes we went through over the last years at WHN, although it was during only the last months, the Oak Ridge boys changed partners. Also, what else happened? You know, Reba McEntire's marriage broke up the last several months. Been a lot of things changing around country music. But, well, it's really, I love change myself. You know, I didn't want this show to get into anything maudlin, anything sad, and, you know, and acting like it were the end of the world, because it certainly isn't. And I'm enjoying the challenges of what's going to be lying ahead, and I hope that you look at this as sort of a picture in your album, the album of your mind, that this was something very nice that we shared together here at WHN over the last several years, but things change, and it's time to move on. Coming up, we're going to be hearing from Crystal Gale. We got George Strait on the way, Dolly Parton, and we will hear from Anne Murray.
Serving up summertime action. WHN, New York.
It's 73 degrees and partly sunny at 8:01. Good morning, I'm Janet Rose, and the Yankees have made it official despite predictions that it is bound to fail. Starting with the July 28th home game, the Yankees will set aside 1,000 box seats for non-drinkers, a so-called family section. It'll be on an upper level of the second loge just beyond first base. Tickets will be $10 apiece. It may sound ambitious, and that's just what a state lawmaker thinks, who predicts the plan is bound to fail.